Alright, so this is the first episode of Call of the Night. A little bit of a recap. I read the manga maybe 2 to 3 years ago. I probably got up to like maybe chapter 50 or so. It might be incorrect, but I did get myself a refresher when I heard that this anime was coming. And I read up to chapter 10 maybe like a month or two ago. So I have it a little fresh in my mind for the most part, but everything after that I probably will either not remember or just remember along the way. By the way, while I was reading the beginning of the manga again, it reminded me of vampires for some odd reason. I wonder why. By the way, this is a Yuri. If I'm ever showing you anything from my collection that's being blocked by my microphone, if I ever show you anything from this side and I grab a manga, it's most likely a Yuri. And I say most likely because I only have one series in there that isn't a Yuri, and it's Bokuyaba, because Bokuyaba is a fucking masterpiece, and don't you ever forget it. I don't know what to expect from the anime and whether I should write notes or not. You know what? I'll write notes. Why not? I'll see how it goes. I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below. Other than that, let us get started. Nighttime. It looked really nice, that overview. Alright, straight into the opening. This style is very familiar to me. Who is the one who's making this? I like how funky it sounds, though. There we get to see the other characters. The lining. I really like the lining and like, overall, like, the color palette of it. Although one thing I know from the manga is that I've always liked the character designs of this show. God, all these buildings have, like, a purple hue to it. Purple bluish hue. Very aesthetic. Damn, dude, what a beautiful scenery. We got a beautiful sky up here. The whole place is purple. I'm sneaking out. Mm-hmm. This is where I belong, I wish. Sleep at night. Yeah, you're not a nocturnal creature. Yeah, when no one's there. Mm-hmm. I like that stinger. So he got a confession from the girl behind him. I just don't really understand dating. And then she just runs away. Aight, fam. It's not that I wasn't happy. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude, this girl's in connection with gangsters or what? Sorry, delinquents. He's getting bullied over that? I just couldn't be bothered anymore. I've done that before. With brushing issues, I can't sleep. You don't have anyone you can trust? Understandable. Oh, just a coupon. Not my parents. Oh, it's an orange hue. Ooh, we got beer in here. Oh, you were saying you've never tried beer before. It's only 300 yen. Uh-oh, busted. Alright, that sounds even creepier. Run! Run, boy, run! can't sleep, can you, boy? That was a nice banger you got there. Alright, tell me. Satisfied they look. I think they're just drunk, but yeah. Very nice, well, interesting choice of the soundtrack. Good choice! Run away, get out of here! Oh, he's trying to. He had too much to drink. He didn't run away, he just tried to release his inhibition. A smutty joint. Well, time to go to sleep. I wonder. Oh shit. She's at a rotation of her fucking stomach? We're just gonna sleep together. Exactly! I'm gonna go because I'm scared. It's just a tip. This is like totally not suspicious at all, but he's in the futon. Well, you're about to. Maybe you released your inner inhibition. And yet you went with her. It's a box of tissues right there. You know, from when you feel like crying. She might be a bit weird, but I guess she's nice. I'm really good at faking sleep. Alright. Oh, this soundtrack. But you're actually awake, right? Look, he's really good at faking sleep. Meanwhile, Yamori Ko is over here like, uh-oh, what the fuck is going on here? Now, we've been seeing those fangs of hers. Damn, dude, this boy just let her sink her teeth into him. I have not heard that sucky sound since Rosario plus Vampire. Except it be a chew! Ooh, such a good taste on him. Can't let him go now. Yeah, you're bleeding, my guy. You got your blood sucked. Ew! Gross! So that's why there's blood on your mouth. Because you tried to eat the mosquito. There you go. Gonna go straight out with it. I suppose I am. Gotta put that out there. Is that how vampirism works here? Well, shouldn't be. Disappointed? Yes. But I'm not interested in that kind of thing. Alright. I'm already showing attitude to this vampire who could probably snap your neck. So he has to fall in love. Love, what an embarrassing topic. Yeah, gotta get herself some beer. Take a load off. Should be... Yeah, come on, man. Your hormones should be taken over by now. Who needs to? You know, when he saw the love letter, I don't understand a thing. Well, it's understandable. I approve that you're gay. This man rejects one girl and then gets bullied by the girl brigade. Stop going to school. Maybe feeling a little free? You're 14, my guy. Don't be surprised. You're the one who told him that whatever you just said before. Well, he's gonna fall in love with you. I'd probably never take that leap. So I just go back to my old life and spend my days in boredom. Mm-hmm. You've seen it, the night? A vampire? Do you know when? At night? Okay. Really? Why? The blood is infused with night? Alright. More night in you? Oh, you got a moon bathe? Yeah, nothing like a little, just a tiny little bit of imminent death. Why does this band feel familiar to me too? Well, I'm glad this boy doesn't get motion sickness. Is it also by Creepy Nuts? I've never heard of Creepy Nuts before, but the style is very familiar to me. Alright. That was very nice. It was, yeah, I think I already said I really like the coloring of it, and just the purple, and like the purple in the night just looks so fucking aesthetic and everything. So it's really nice to see that this is going to be the color palette that we're going to have for this series. Now, we've seen other colors there before too, you know, like the blue and like the orange hue. That was very nice as well. But alright, I'm gonna go write some notes for a bit, and then we'll be back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 1 of Call of the Night. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good introduction to our two main characters, and I was gonna say what makes them tick, but not exactly, but you know, just a little bit of their backstory. So let's just get started with Yamori Ko, and he's a 14-year-old boy. He's in his second year of middle school, and he was moving along in school, you know, just like every other kid during middle school. You're just moving along with life, just having fun, not really knowing what the heck you're going to do later on after school. One day he was confessed by a girl, but he doesn't know how to date or love in general. You know, he just doesn't really get love. He doesn't really get this whole dating aspect. And instead of just having that be it, you know, just whatever, just going about, and then he gets to continue living his life. No, he gets pulled by her girlfriends, and he basically just gets verbally attacked by them because they're just over here like, man, why you gotta do that? Like, didn't you see her cry? To which it's just kind of like, okay, cool, that's just how confessions work. But after having that issue, he decides not to bother with school anymore, and I would assume after that is when he started having insomnia or trouble sleeping, and because of that he decides to sneak out of his apartment for the first time. We also learn during the swing part that his parents most likely don't really give a damn where he is, and that he doesn't really have someone to trust at the current moment. So that's when we are introduced to the lady at night. Her name is Nanakusa Nazune, and she is a vampire, but we don't really know that unless you've read the summary. But we don't really know that she's a vampire until she reveals herself, albeit you do kind of see her fangs. She's really just out here showing her fangs to people, but, you know, it's the modern age. People get... people be out here getting surgery to put fangs in their teeth all the time. But if we were in Yamori's shoes, and we didn't know that she's a vampire, and she's just this odd lady that you meet at night, and she's just out here telling him, yo, this is nighttime, release your inhibition. Oh, by the way, you're having trouble sleeping? How about you come back to my place, and we can sleep together on the same futon? It's not anything dirty, just a tip. I get you're a vampire and all, Nazuna, but do you really have to be that much of a predator? But Yamori, despite getting that odd feeling from her, he also feels at ease being around her. He feels calm being around her, and he ends up pretending to fall asleep because he's really good at faking sleep. So much so that it fools the vampire girl. And so she reveals herself, she sucks his blood, and she finds that his blood is delicious. And is it because of her personal taste of blood? Or is it really because he has a specific type of blood that's really delicious? And it makes me wonder if that is going to play later on into the series. If there are, because she's a vampire, so like there's potentially other vampires out there as well. Unless somehow she's the last vampire. Which would be sad, wouldn't it? Well, actually, no, she talked about other vampires before, so yeah, there are other vampires. But Yamori discovers that she's a vampire, and then we get to go through the rule of vampirism in this world, because vampirism, the rules tend to change over in other writings. Worlds. There you go. And so we learn the rules that in order for someone to be turned into a vampire, they have to fall in love with that vampire and then get that vampire to suck their blood. So it goes back to the whole he doesn't understand love, but if he wants to become a vampire, he has to understand what love is and eventually fall in love with Nazuna. We also have that thing that he said about how he doesn't really have anyone to trust. And here he is with Nazuna, who makes him feel at ease, calm, and she's also the one who's basically encouraging him to continue doing what he's doing, because it's more or less for her own means, because she really likes his blood and she wants him to she wants him to stick around for the night so then she could continue giving him the suck. I shouldn't be saying that, consider that I literally just said Nazuna. It really sounds like a predator, but suck his blood, alright? Suck his blood. So it was nice for us to have that set up for Yamori before he meets Nazuna. I was going to continue calling her Nanakusa. I'm going to stumble over that word constantly, so I'm just gonna call her Nazuna instead. Anyways, it was a nice introduction to our two main characters. I really like the art style. The animation has been very nice. We're certainly getting fan service from Nazuna. But, you know what? Whatever, you know? I said that this soundtrack was an interesting choice, but it blends into the environment because we're out at night and we're in a city, so the music itself, other than all the EDMs that we're having, which is nice and smooth. Sorry, soothing, not smooth. But when we get that, like, more hip-hop vibe from it, it does fit with it because it has that urban feeling to the music. So I really like that. I also like that song that was played towards the end. I wonder if that is the ending song, since we didn't get an ending, but we'll just have to see in the next episode. But yeah, it was a nice first episode. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.